Throughout history, boycotts have played a decisive role in the struggle against state oppression. For example, the Boston Tea Party, Gandhi Salt March, and the isolation of apartheid South Africa. Boycott are a non-violent way to pressure our government to change its ways by drawing attention to oppressive policies through withholding cooperation. And that's exactly why the Palestinian boycott, divestment and sanctions movement have been gaining attraction worldwide. Furthermore, boycotts are facilitated by public calls to refrain from buying products manufactured by Israeli businesses, divestment calls to ban pension funds, international cooperation to cease operation in Israel, and sanction calls to government to revoke arms deals and free trade agreements with Israel, as well as to suspend Israel's participation in international organizations. Therefore, there are many consumers in countries such as Malaysia, Brunei, Morocco, Saudi Arabia, and many more have spurned brands that are allegedly complicit in the oppression of Palestinians. They chose to express their condemnation using their purchasing power, opting to boycott products and services that support Israel, in turn fueling the BDS movement. Undoubtedly, since the attack in October, the Israeli stock market have been declining due to the conflict and boycott movement happening globally and particularly in Arab.
The boycott campaign has been accompanied by calls for Arab countries to sever ties with Israel. Several countries in the Middle East are witnessing weekly demonstrations in solidarity with the people in Gaza. Additionally, Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei called on Muslim states to cease oil and food exports to Israel, demanding an end to its bombardment of the Gaza Strip. At the same time, Turkey Parliament removed Coca-Cola and Nestle products from its restaurants, with a parliamentary source citing a public outcry against the brand. In Qatar, some Western companies were forced to close after their management published pro-Israel content on social media. In Egypt, Pepsi and Coca-Cola has been boycotted by Egyptians, and they shift their preference to the Egyptian carbonated drink company Spyros Batis. There is also several websites, Chrome extensions, and apps listing products to be boycotted being launched, and one of the most popular one is BDSmovement.net. According to the boycott, divestment and sanctions BDS movement website, they already listed out which companies need to be boycotted because they have been supporting Israel, which including the companies like Caltex, Intel, Disney, and McDonald's.
Effect of boycott Western brand product in Wall Street. Since the attack that began to be carried out by Israel against Palestine on October 7, 2023, the majority of people around the world have been boycotting pro-Israel products. There is also a stereotype that buying pro-Israel product indicates that we stand on the side of Israel and indirectly support Israel in killing innocent civilians. Not only does it affect sales that are declining, this massive boycott movement certainly also have an impact on the share price of the company that is boycotted by the community. Based on the data on Wall Street, many Western brand products whose shares have decreased. For example, PepsiCo shares dropped and reaching $157.9 per share. Walt Disney share fell to $83.1 per share. McDonald's share reached a record low of $245.5 per share. Starbucks share dropped to $91.4 per share. Netflix share reached their lowest price at $346.5 per share, and KFC share have been on a sharp downward trend at the $1,286 per share. But all of the above companies have been woken up for their lows, and share prices have started to improve over time. As of December 2023, all of the company's share price have increased.
Now, I would like to continue the negative effect on the production of selected US brands due to the Palestine-Israel conflict. These selections are made based on the most consumption US brands by Muslims worldwide, which is McDonald's. McDonald's raised a sensitive issue when one of its franchises, McDonald's Israel, provided thousands of free meals to Israel Defense Forces personnel on 7 October 2023. Given what the Israeli forces had done to the Muslims in Gaza, this kind of act is not a simple issue for them to give an excuse of donation. Due to this, several markets in the Middle East have boycotted McDonald's products. Consequently, this boycott is expected to be the longest faced by McDonald's, surpassing previous ones. Even though its franchises in other countries have made a statement that they are not associated with the decision made by McDonald's Israel, a portion of royalty needs to be paid to the US since McDonald's was incorporated in the US, where this country clearly supports Israel in many ways, especially in terms of monetary. Thus, McDonald's revenue is likely to decline for the year 2023.
The boycott have affected many related companies like McDonald's, KFC, Tesco, Zara, Starbucks and many more. Due to the boycott, the company revenues declined significantly and has caused panic among the management. So, how do the company or brands react to the situations? As for McDonald's, the company have been forced to issue statements clarifying that their company do not contribute any of its sales or profit to political or economic funds elsewhere in the world, especially to Israel. These statements went beyond mere denial. They emphasized their deep root in Malaysia. They highlighted that their operations are independent entities with profits generated in Malaysia remaining within the country to support local communities and economies. They reaffirm their commitment to serving Malaysians and respecting their values. Not only that, Zara brand has drew fire for one of their ads. Their campaign portrayed a model carrying a mannequin wrapped in a white cloth that resembled the type of Muslim burial shrouds that have covered Gazans killed in the war. The company has since apologized, calling the ad campaign is a misunderstood and explained that it was shot months before the conflict. But in light of current events, they could have chosen different photos from the campaign shoots. So, we can see that by explaining true situation by release statements is a transparent approach aimed to address the concerns head-on and prevent the boycott from gaining further traction. It was a delicate dance acknowledging the public rights to express their opinions while firmly establishing the facts and correcting any harmful misinterpretations.